How the heck are you guys? I'm Fastidious. Welcome to the channel and welcome to a Should You Summon video. Slightly late today, but I think the video is still really relevant because I know a lot of you are still very much on the fence when it comes to this banner. We have a special raid up banner, a 20x on Ezren, pretty cool, and Hotsit, amazingly cool. Also, guys, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, please take a moment and hit that button. Subscribing is an incredible way to help the channel and help me out. Also, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. And if you don't, you can dislike it. That's fine. All right, back to the video.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
We have it for both rare summoning crystals and diamonds with this special invocation of spirits, and we have it for special divine summoning with our legendary gold divine summoning crystals. So you can see it's a 20x for both. On that first legendary you hit on either of these banners, and it is separate, you're going to have an 18.5% chance to a 19% chance to hit Hotsit, and then the same chance to hit Ezren. So combined, it's a 37 to 38% chance to hit one or the other. The second one, this is a normal banner, so it is a 10x progressive system. It's going to go up to a 200x. Then it becomes a 42.5% chance for Hotsit and a 42.5% chance for Ezren, so 85% total. And then I'll say by that third pull, it's almost guaranteed. You're going to hit, if you miss a banner unit on each of your first two, you're going to hit it 996 out of 1,000 times. So you're only going to miss 4 out of every 1,000 times. So the vast majority of you will hit within your first 3 legendaries pulled. That obviously is a lot. Most of you will hit in 2. However, remember that rate up only applies to the first banner legendary pulled. So a lot of you are going to be targeting Hotsit and you're going to get Ezren instead. And this is a good segue into how I want to approach our discussion of this banner. If you're one of the many people who messaged me still curious about this banner, on the fence, is it worth it? What else is coming? Well, in terms of what else is coming, we have a guaranteed Anora event coming in 6 days. That's going to be on Thursday, January 15th. I don't think anyone, unless they already have an A3 Anora or higher, I don't think anyone should pull so many summons in terms of rare summoning crystals and diamonds on this special invocation of spirits for Hotsit and Ezren that you don't have at least, let's call it 140 to 150 summons worth of rare summoning crystals and diamonds. You can do the math or use the tool on my website. You're going to want at least that many heading out of this weekend into next week. If you have that much, you'll be able to stockpile through the event with Anora at least another 20 to 30, probably more than that by the end of the event, by the end of that limited banner. And as you pull and sell off for diamonds, you'll be able to get to the 200 for the guarantee. So I don't think anyone should be risking more than that and putting yourself in danger of missing Anora and not getting the guarantee unless you already have A3 Anora. But that being said, if you already have A3 Anora, but you don't have A5 yet, you probably want A5. So the vast majority of people, this banner is not good enough, as amazing as Hotsit is, to pull way, way beyond to the point where you're not ready for Anora. I hope that makes sense. I would say Hotsit's a better hero than Anora, but the problem is she's not even close to guaranteed here. You know, if you pull twice, you're close to a 50-50 that you get her. When I say pull twice, I mean you hit 2 legendaries. And those progressive rate ups are distinct to each banner. If you really want to go for it, normally I don't make a huge distinction between the normal 20x with the rare summoning crystals and the diamonds, and then the legendary one with the divines. But if you did want to go for it and you were light on rare summoning crystals and diamonds, I would suggest you maybe try divines, right? Because the Anora limited banner, as is the case with every exclusive 200 guarantee limited banner, is just going to be an invocation banner. It is just going to be a blue summoning crystal and a diamonds banner. So you're not really putting yourself out, even if you risk everything you have and you miss, right? Another thing to really consider, and then we'll briefly break down Hotsit and Ezren and why you may want to target these guys. Another thing to consider is right now, Hotsit has her stone in the shop. So currently I'm on my guild leader's account. He's on my account. We're preparing another video behind the scenes. Look out for that. GVG is broken in half. You will not believe the video we've prepared. Seriously, you know it's a good video. Sorry to go on this tangent. If I'm going out of my way to hype you on a GVG video, and frankly, if I'm making a GVG video at all, it's something I find really crazy and interesting. And the way the recent Pantheon update broke GVG in half is really interesting. And I would say not in a good way. But before we get into the little Hotsit breakdown, the little Ezren breakdown, I do want to tell you, Hotsit does have a stone available in the shop right now. Coincidence? I actually think so. I don't think they planned this, and I do think it makes the banner a little less exciting, because if you have some Legendary Awakening tokens, A5 Hotsit for sure is her best Awakening. You know, her A2 is good, her A5 is excellent. You get a whole extra second on her ultimate, which is at least 3 more instances of the burst damage during her ultimate, which is the craziest part of her kit, though the whole kit is fantastic. This is a good way to pick up an Awakening if you already have her. Obviously, it's going to be a future Awakening you can't use if you don't already have her, and you might want to hunt for the base copy. But for people who do have her, at least at A0 but not at A5, and you're still hunting Awakenings, this is something to consider. If you did not see it, let's see if my guild leader Hawk has claimed this yet. Looks like maybe he did. I don't know where I'd find it. Maybe in collection. They have introduced Legendary Awakening tokens as prizes. Yeah, here you go. So as you collect different amounts of Legendary Heroes Awaken 5, you can get these achievements. And you get a good amount of Legendary Awakening tokens. So if you haven't checked yet in your achievements from the update on Wednesday, you might have a bunch of these tokens lying around. Not everyone's gonna have a bunch of A5s, but some of you might. You may have a whole stockpile you're about to stumble upon, and you can go buy a Hotsit Soulstone. When we go to my account at the end of this video, you're actually gonna see I might be doing that, because Hotsit Awakenings are hard to come by. This is a pretty juiced up opportunity. All right, we're already very close to the end. We'll do that Soulstone thing at the very end when I hop on my account. For now, I just want to talk about these 2 characters. Let's keep it simple with Ezren. Ezren is a very, very interesting healer. I'd say he's a strong single target healer, one of the stronger ones in the game. He has quite good base stats. Look at that base attack, 5493. The multipliers are strong as well, but at the end of the day, he's just a single target healer. There are a couple things that make him special though. If we look over here, you can see he can cast some of his heals through both Verdant Rejuvenation and Enlightened Breath on allies beyond his attack range. The heal is reduced. You can reduce the reduction with skill ups as well as awakenings, but that's pretty clutch. He can kind of heal all over the map. It's not triggered all the time, but it is very, very good. Those heals, by the way, Verdant Rejuvenation, this is a really, really cool thing with his ultimate. It's an auto. It is a strong single target heal. It's only 1 heal, but it is good, right? This goes up to 300% with skill ups, and it's only a 500 cost, so you can really spam this thing. It's even less if you run him with an Esotericist Lord. And the really key thing is that he grants the target his talent's effect. So his talent prevents a unit from taking more than 60% of their max HP as damage. This is really good for keeping Ezren alive. We'll cover that in one moment. But also when he ults, you're going to get 4 seconds of him helping out an ally as well. So it's a very cool kit. It's very interesting. He heals beyond his range. He's got strong heals. He's got a very interesting talent and an ultimate. But all in all, he's just a good, interesting healer, and that's not enough. To go out of your way to pursue a healer, it needs to be an incredible support. It needs to be an incredible healer. It needs to have a ton of rage regen. It needs to have ridiculous functionality in different team comps. Ezren's cool. I do think he's underrated. He's none of those things, right? He really is not. This is not Ireless. This is not Eloin. This is not Aelin. This is not Pharisee. Heck, this isn't even Hollow. He is really cool. He's someone you're going to want eventually, but you don't pursue him on his banner. He also has very, very interesting awakenings. He can reduce this threshold for triggering Enlightened Breath. This is very good. He extends the duration of his talent sharing. It's good. It's not good enough. The one thing to keep in mind with Ezren is he is a very competent tank in Matrix 1 for the Spellbane phase particularly. I guess you could use him on both, but typically you're going to use him on the physical damage mode. Is he good? Sure. Is he that good? Kind of. It really depends who else you have. He keeps himself alive, right? Because he can't take that much damage at a time, but that's kind of all he's doing. He might provide the occasional death save with this. You know, he might provide a clutch heal with this, but he's just really inferior to the top options right now. Those are going to be Cadgrum. Those are going to be Cyrus, of course. And then we've got Ezren, who is just a crazy tank for this, right? Ezren is bringing a lot in terms of a DPS and tanking. He is so clutch. You know, even in A1 Hearts, it depends on what you're doing. Will he survive as long as Ezren? No, for most content, but he's going to be a lot more relevant. Also, if you have a new shielder, you know, maybe you're using a Draylen, but certainly if you got Rivenhald or something, or maybe you've got a Gwendolyn, I just don't think he's nearly as relevant as he was a month or 2 ago in Matrix. Also, Matrix is trash content. Let's go to Hotsit. I'm actually going to spend less time on Hotsit than Ezren, because she's just as goated as ever. I will say the one knock against her is she has not scaled as well into the end game as we might like. She is still endgame viable and relevant, but it's really progression that she dominates. When you reach the end game, she is going to be a fine option for Gear Aid 3 on the highest stages, but really, really, really difficult to use on 24. You can use her on 23. You absolutely can use her on 22, but kind of when you're at that end game, you're looking at 24. She's not going to do it. We're actually getting a new marksman I'm going to cover very soon that's going to do it better by a lot. But up until that point, she's very, very good. Gear Dungeon 2, she's very relevant, right? But outside of that, we've got Anti-Air Arena, and then we've got Progression. And she's one of the hardest, if not the hardest carry in the game in terms of a DPS. I'd say Nazon Valara probably took that title now, but she's a broken DPS carry. She's a phenomenal unit to have. I do wish she had a dual faction here at this point in the game, but she's so strong. So is she worth having? So much so. Is she worth targeting, though? When she's paired with Ezren and not another OP unit? I think probably not. It depends. If you think you're in a specific situation, let me know in the comment section below and we can discuss it. As we transition now, though, on a very brief discussion of her awakenings, and we've got to talk about that Soulstone in the Awakening shop. So here we are now on my account, and you can see my Hotsit over here is at A4. And wouldn't I like A5? Yes, I would. Now, I could just wait till I pull her, but who knows when that's going to happen. There are still some units in this game I've never pulled, believe it or not. I have them from other ways, like Elwyn, I got her from clearing 18s, and then I've bought her Soulstone every time, and then Salazar I got from a fusion, and that was it. So who knows how long it would take. I do want to pick up this A5 because it's so good. It really, really is. If you look, this AoE, this burst, this ultimate is so strong. You're putting out an AoE hit every 0.3 seconds, and it lasts every 4 seconds. This actually comes out to 14 hits or 14 bursts, which is crazy strong. At A5, you get an extra second. That's 3 more bursts, so you go up to 17 bursts. It is pretty freaking ridiculous. So this absolutely is something I want to pick up. You can see right now I have the 4 seconds. I want to make it 5 seconds. So I'm going to pursue it. If you're curious about Hotsit's other awakenings, the extra bounce damage on the A1 is fine, but it is never worth pursuing. It's just a step towards the good awakenings. The A2 plus 300 attack is actually her second best awakening. This makes a difference. She only has like 37 or 3,800 base attack. Let's take a look. Yeah, you can see it's going to be 3,795. I have her A2 or higher, so it goes up to 4,095. That's a pretty significant boost. It's like a 7.5%, 8% boost. The A3, you'd think it's really good. It kind of isn't. An extra 10 seconds of invisibility doesn't really help you in any content right now. And then the A4, penetration is always nice. But the A5 is what you're always working towards. So for me, I want to pick this up. If you have Awakening coins, I would consider it for sure. If you look at my achievements, I haven't grabbed this stuff yet, so you can get a good sense. 20, 30, 40, 50. It's because I have a lot of stuff, but look at this. You're getting Legendary Awakening coins from purple heroes. So if I go to collection, look how many I could grab. I'm probably going to save it for a big video if I ever buy a Lord Stone. But 20, 30, 40, 50, 50, that's for epics. And then it's way more for legendaries, 200, 300, 500. Pretty nutty stuff. I do already have some things over here, though, so we can head in. I'm going to pick this thing up. I'm going to get that Hotsit. I'm going to get that A5. And with that, personally, I have literally no... I mean, I'm coming from a place of privilege here with my summons, but I have no reason to go for this banner because, as you can see, my Ezren, wherever he's hiding, is already A5. And now, Mamma Mia, my Hotsit is going to be A5 when I film the video because I'm a little weirdo. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I really hope you liked the video. Sorry it's a little bit late, but hey, life is busy right now, and I actually think the video turned out pretty dang fun. Keep your eyes open for that GVG video because this thing is going to blow your mind. My pretty mediocre GVG attack squad and demon soldiers for Overlord quality all of a sudden just became OP because I'm level 40 on my HP and I'm level 39 in my attack. Buckle up, that video is going to be insane. Thank you guys, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.